Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People. It means I work for you guys, all right? So if you have any questions about this team, players, coaches, I'm your guy to get those questions answered. I love working for you. So leave your comments, leave your questions. And hey, we're trying to get these subscribers up, trying to get to 6,000. So if you've been watching, if you watched one in the past, turn that phone to the side, use the mouse on TV, whatever you need to do to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well if you're already a member. Carolina Panthers were victorious yesterday in beating the New Orleans Saints. We are now 1-2. Coach Matt Rule got a game ball afterwards. So, today is dedicated towards answering questions that you may have about this Carolina Panthers team. I'm here for you to help you out. And then let me just go ahead and put this up here. We are 100% supported by you, independent media. So anytime that you have an opportunity to donate, please do consider doing so, as it helps us to do what you love to see and what I love to do. All right. So, and I'm gonna do I did the Cash App there in case anybody wants to help us out through Cash App. So Carolina Panthers are now 1-2. There we go. We got some comments coming in. What's going on? Rodney W. Nice to see you. Appreciate you tuning in. What's going on, Underground West? Got the W. Keep out. Winning heals everything. Not to say that we're going to forget about some of the things that may be ailing this team, but at least for one day, right? For one day, let's go ahead and forget about all the other problems that we may have. But the show's talk about your questions, all right? Appreciate it, Underground. Anthony Rochelle, man, that's a face that you're making there in that picture, looks like. But appreciate you signing in. Donna B, no questions. Panthers 29, Cardinals 21. So Donna, you're out there predicting victories. That's cool. You're allowed to predict victories. I like victory predictions. Hey, before I get into too many other things, do not have a graphic for you. We have one transaction for today, so we'll probably have another one here pretty soon this week. Linebacker Aaron Mosby has been waived. Again, linebacker Aaron Mosby, might be Mosby, has been waived, and there has been no corresponding transaction. All righty. So let's go ahead and continue to bounce through these questions. How's everybody out there doing today? How do you feel about this team? Do you feel optimistic after yesterday, or do you still feel like, nah, this ain't good enough? Let me know what you're thinking. But yes, this week, Carolina Panthers take on the Arizona Cardinals, aka Kyler Murray. You need to study. All right, we got embarrassed. So we're gonna take it out your contract. Well, we take on the Arizona Cardinals this Sunday at 1:00 at Bank of America Stadium. Let's see. I wonder what the Cardinals record is right now. I'm not gonna claim to know everybody's record. Arizona Cardinals currently are 1-2. All right. Let's go ahead and get it. Andy Stone, do you believe Baker will get better, or will we see Sam soon? I believe Baker will get better. Baker has not been as good as we would like him to be, but I don't know what everybody's expectation was for Baker to be. It's kind of hard to not get caught up sometimes into the Baker Mayfield hype and all the popularity that he brings and be like, oh, we got the popular guy, that we forget about some of the things and challenges that Baker has. So I don't expect Baker to be like a superstar. I do expect him to be better than Sam Darnold, but I don't expect him to be like the great franchise quarterback that we will ultimately need at this franchise and that Matt Rule will need in order to keep his job for a long time. So Sam hasn't done anything just terrible where you say, hey, we got to get this guy out of there. And I'll give you a key example. Baker is not turned over the ball. He hasn't thrown interception after interception. Yeah, that first game was terrible, botch snaps and things like that. But he's cleaned that up. He's cleaned up the batted balls, and I think he's playing not all right, but I don't think he's playing at a level where you say, man, you got to get this guy out of here and bring Sam Darnold back. Sam Darnold just does not play well when the chips get stacked against him. And one thing I think you can see in Baker is that it doesn't seem like there's a particular event that drives Baker for his mistakes. Like he'll just make them, and he can still be good under pressure. But you put Sam under pressure, have Sam running for his life. Nah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Shaquille always asking questions. Here's not the matter, but I still don't understand how the ref missed the Saints fumble on a kickoff return. Shaq, tell me this. Did you or did you not watch the press conference with Matt Rule yesterday after the game? If you watched the press conference with Matt Rule after the game, you got to say your boy did everything that he could to get. Like, I can get you answers. I can't make you accept the answers. I can't make you like the answers. But I directly asked a question regarding what you're saying to Matt. And there you have it. People miss it. Hey, they're human. They miss it. Yeah, you wearing the Victory Monday shirt? I should have. You know what? Life has been crazy for me. It's a lot of blessings going on right now. But I didn't have a chance to even think about scheduling this video so that you guys can know what's coming, to wear my Victory Monday shirt. Donna, if they win this Monday, they don't play Monday. If they win this Sunday, I promise to join you in wearing my Victory Monday shirt online. Unfortunately, we're not selling those shirts anymore, but yeah, it's fun. And why would I be selling them, right? We had 9 games or so where we didn't win. So it was pretty tough at that moment to wear the shirt. But I appreciate you wearing it. Anthony Rochelle said, I still think Matt Rule needs to go. Yeah, in terms of Matt Rule needing to go, I understand some people, hey, you already got that in your mind. You just want the guy to go. But in terms of like Chris asking me, what do you think is going to happen? Well, Matt Rule has new coaching staff. Matt Rule has new offensive coordinators, new special teams guy, new O-line coach. He has a lot of new pieces on the coaching staff side, on his personnel, and he has some new players that he's working with. So from that perspective of, is it right to give him at least 8 games, 6 games? You know, if he's not failing atrociously, then yeah, you got to give him a full slate of opportunities. Not saying that he is going to come out on the better end of that opportunity or the worse end, but you got to give him that opportunity to see what all he can do with, okay, we're doing bad things, we need to make adjustments. All right, did we get better this next week? We're doing things, need to make some adjustments. Are we getting better? Are we getting better? And technically, you can say we did get better. Again, that's not the vouch for saying that he should keep his job, but just, again, I just try to get perspective on things. You can form your own opinions. Appreciate the comment, though. Teams remind me of the 2014 team that they weren't great at the passing game, wasn't great, but defense and running game was great. Yeah. So the passing game was just, it's awful, man. When you have DJ Moore, let's see, what's DJ's stats on the season? Let me see if I can quickly get this in front of me. They're not good. DJ Moore stats on the season. He has 7 receptions, 88 yards, and 1 TD. 7 receptions. So over 3 games, he's basically averaging 2 catches per game. And math-wise, 20, 40, 369. He's averaging about 30 yards per game. DJ Moore gets 1,000 yards every season like clockwork. Now we have a 17-week season. He still has an opportunity to get there, but man, it's bad. And Baker Mayfield is throwing these short passes. I don't know if that's Ben McAdoo's design to try to help him out, but it ain't working. It ain't working. Rodney, I'm optimistic about the defense, not so much the offense. Chenault is a stud, though. Glad he's part of the team. Yeah, Chenault had a good game yesterday. He could not have scripted a better game. First touch going to the house. I don't know, 60 plus yards on that. I was surprised. Is anybody else surprised that? Now I'm happy. I'm foremost happy that it happened. But is anybody else surprised that Chenault took that to the house? Because it did not look like he was, Chris McCaffrey used to saying quick feet, cut here, and shoot. Like it looks fast. Chenault did not look like blazing fast. He just looked like a regular guy running down the field, but he made a touchdown. But if you saw towards the end, I think some guys might have been out of position for the Saints, the way that played out. And maybe it was just some linebackers that were in pursuit. Because if you look at that play toward the end, the guy for the Saints that comes streaking down the field, he certainly had the wheels to catch Chenault, but he had a huge deficit in catching it. But nevertheless, yeah, Chenault was good. Not ready to call him a stud yet, but certainly say I would like to see more of him out there. But I'm not saying I don't want to see Shi Smith. I'm not saying that DJ Moore or Robbie Anderson, because these guys got to get Baker throwing the ball better so that they can get it to him. Chenault did that long play, but it was off a 1 yard reception, if that. I mean, it was just like a quick throw. So it wasn't like he's the receiver answer, because if he's running routes down the field, well, does Baker Mayfield hit him? Right? You don't know. So, but I'm glad that he had that good game yesterday, hoping it's something that we can build off of. FYI, Chris, the kickoff for the game on Sunday is 4:05. Is it really? Oh, wow. Dang. Yes, thank you for letting me know, Shaq, that it's a 4:05 kickoff. That means it's going to be a really late night for me this week. All right, appreciate it. 4 o'clock game next Sunday. Thank you, Shaq. No need for Sam. Baker ain't turned it over. Appreciate you, Ghost Daddy. We on the same agreement there. That Sam has irritated me where I don't want to see Sam come back. And I'm not saying irritated like I don't like him, but it irritated me in the sense that I have heard Sam say so many times about just got to get settled in the pocket. Gotta keep my feet settled and not get happy feet. And all, it's like the same thing. And no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Baker, he isn't a franchise starting quarterback, but he is better than Sam. I'm on the same page with you there. I feel you on that one. You did catch the press conference. You're welcome, Shaq. You're welcome. Do you guys really want Sam out there throwing interceptions? Man, do you? Let me see if I can find Sam's stats from last year. I know the first 3 games he did pretty well. I'm not sure if I can easily do a game by game last year for Sam. But I know here on the season last year, Sam had 9 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. 9 and 13. The previous season for the Jets, he had 9 and 11. So he threw more. He threw 13 interceptions back in 2019, but at least he threw more TDs. So, yeah, Sam got to get better. Yeah, let me see if I can. First 3 games of last year. Let's see. Week 1 versus the Jets, Sam had no interceptions. Week 2, Sam had 1 interception. Week 3, Sam had no. So he had 1 interception through 3 games last year. I hope we can go 16-1. Well, that would be great, but technically we can't go there, man, because we done already lost 2 games. So the best we could do is 15-2 at this point. But hey, I like optimism. I like optimism. I saw you ask Rue. He had no answer, but I stand by the Saints player fumbled the ball. He had an answer, Shaq. He told you that the refs said his knee was down and therefore there's no fumble. I mean, you cannot like it, but And you can wish it was different, but I mean, that's what it was. I want him to be angry and pressers. You want Coach Rule to be? He ain't gonna be angry after a victory, man. But he does talk about the fact of he didn't want to get overly excited. There's still how many more games? 14 games to play. They still need to perform each and every week. So, you gotta let people be who they are to some extent. It's just like the Sam Darnold isn't a guy that's going to give you the same kind of attitude that a Baker and a Sam will give you. Doesn't mean that everybody doesn't have to be that kind of person to be successful, but they need to have the drive for sure. I want a Rule to go, but I take 10 plus wins any year over Rule getting fired. Okay. How do you feel about Laviska Shenault? So I want to see more of him. I really do. I know there's a lot of talks about him being a Curtis Samuel type guy. He has a running back kind of body, so Mike could use him in the backfield to help give some breaks to Christian, or Mike could have both of them in the backfield, and sounds like there could be some versatility there. So in terms of Shenault, yeah, I'm certainly on the bandwagon of. I'm not saying that he's the guy, but I'm saying I would love to see him continue to get some opportunities to play because he showed so much yesterday. I feel like the offense will get better. Maybe this Sunday is the right game for that to happen. Yeah, the offense is definitely the weak point of the team, and even more specifically, the offense and passing the ball is pretty bad. We were able to get over the hump and get a W this week. But a question that I definitely want to get to Rule this week is about Christian McCaffrey and how they're going to utilize him, because we got our first victory of the season this year, and Christian McCaffrey did it with 25 carries. He also got 2 passes, 4 targets. So he was nearing almost 30 touches for the game. Way more than he's had all this season. But look what was able to happen. He had over 100 yards rushing again, second consecutive time. First time in 2 years, but second consecutive time that he's had it. And we were able to get a W. Running game, passing game wasn't working. Running game. We're able to get a W. So I know there's this, man, we don't want Christian to get hurt, so we want to limit him. But so far it's looking clear in the stats. Hey, you get Christian the ball, you got a pretty fair chance of winning. And we might have to keep doing that until these other guys and all these other components get better. Kenneth, great win yesterday. Definitely feeling optimistic. I like optimism. What are your thoughts on our wide receivers? I'm not impressed at all. DJ looks lazy, and his route running Shenault gives me hope. So I can't say, Kenneth, that I disagree with you 100%. I wouldn't go as far as putting the adjective of lazy out there for DJ Moore, but I will say that I feel like he had a drop yesterday. Robbie Anderson, I think it was yesterday as well that he had a ball that he just missed. Now, it was a tough catch, but he didn't even make hand contact with the ball, trying to catch a deep ball going out of bounds. I feel like the challenge right now with being really critical of these wide receivers is that, unfortunately, their quarterback is not giving them a great amount of opportunities to shine, right? DJ Moore, if you look back at it, all his targets, and DJ Moore had, how many targets did DJ have yesterday? He had 6 targets and only connected on 1. All those balls were not good balls. I mean, it seemed like he was about on the ground every time trying to contort his body to catch a ball that Baker was throwing to him. So can you be critical of DJ Moore? Yeah, but is the ball getting to him cleanly enough for him to make a catch and do something? Not too many times. Shenault had a good game, yes, but again, Shenault's pass was 90% yards after the catch, and they weren't passes down the field deep. So, uh, good job by him, but we need to get better. The Panthers are 1-0 with your new co-host. They may have been 3-0 now had you had your co-host on week one. Yeah, shouts out to Andre Cassidy, I'm sorry, our new co-host for Charlotte Vibe for the 2022 season. It was a lot of fun working with him. Very, very knowledgeable guy. I hope you all enjoyed him, and we'll continue to tune in and check out our shows. Also, shouts out to Panther Nation Podcast. They surprised us. Dave and Rashad Shot surprised us on the show yesterday morning, and it was a lot of fun. I really wish we could have like a panel of four for our pregame show every single week. That was totally awesome. I was at the game, by the way. Saints corners played man coverage majority of the game. Shaking my head. Yeah, Kenneth, something that not Kenneth. Are you saying that they played man and did a good job of locking us down? Give me a little bit more on that, Kenneth. I'm gonna come back to that. All right. How's Matt Corral doing? What does his process look like? So players that are hurt, we don't get a chance to talk to them in the locker room. Now, certainly, if I knew Matt and could call him up and he's able to do that. But we don't get a chance to talk to him when they're hurt. I've seen him around the locker room, and he looks fine. I know that's not a whole lot that I can give you, but he looks fine. Chris, you need to go watch the replay of the Saints player being down on the kickoff return. The Saints player wasn't touched before he fumbled the ball. I had a great view. All right, Shaq, I got to move on from that one. I know that you don't like it. W against Arizona, L against 49ers and Rams. Yeah, we got a tough schedule ahead of us, and I'm going to tell you, I said the other day that I was like thinking, I bet you we're going to do respectable during this 4-game stretch. I think it's a 4-game stretch. We got the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Rams, and then the Buccaneers. I bet you we're going to go 2-2. Why? Because so many people don't want Matt Rule to succeed. This isn't like, deep analysis here. I'm just kind of having fun, right? So many people want Matt Rule to lose, and so many people are tired of us losing. And nobody was really looking at this thing and saying like, man, we're going to do good through that tough schedule with those 4 teams. And I just feel like, watch we go and do something like a 2-2 on this run. And now it's going to have everybody the Matt Rule haters are going to be torn. And the people that are just fans that just want this team to win are going to be like, finally, we have hope. Now, I don't have any, I bet yous after that. But I feel like in the air that we are actually about to do good through this 4-game stretch just to make this whole process interesting on this Carolina Panthers. Maybe the Cardiac Cats vibe is going to come back. Welcome back. Hey, Ali Bodrick, I appreciate you, man. I always appreciate you signing on and talking to us. Seems like different players have ups and downs every week. Yeah, I'm glad that we finally avoided the whole terrible start to a game. We didn't have a terrible start to the game. We had the interesting later part of the game where the Saints started putting some points on the boards, and how could you not be like, here we go? Because all season long, and even going into last season, we haven't been on the winning side of tight games. So how would we be this week? But we were. I'm happy. It was much more fun reporting on the game this week after the victory. It was much more fun being in the locker room, hearing guys joke and have fun. Didn't get to hear that before. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can cue this up really quickly. Had a chance to talk with Chanel after the
2 weeks got active today. What was the difference that got you being active today?
What was the difference?
Yeah.
Just learning to play
Let me see if I can.
Mindset.
to the team, and when I'm able to be free and go play, that's what you'll get.
When were you told you were going to be activated for this week?
All right, so the part that I just want you all to see is, again, this is me talking to Chanel after the game and talking about it was much more fun to be in that locker room after a win and have the positive vibes and hear guys joking around. I had heard before he had a chance to speak with us, Sanat being, talked about for his dress and his outfit. So in a second here, you're going to hear I had a chance to ask him about his outfit, and shared this with you all. Here we go.
You knew you were.
What does that do for you guys?
Those type of things, hype like that, I'm all aboard. I'm all for it.
What do you think? What do you think Panthers fans and people?
Debut.
The debut. Has your debut been?
Sorry, my mic was muted for a second. But I thought I had it, then I thought I didn't have it, but I have it. So again, here's this fun part about a question I'm asking Chenault yesterday about the dress, the outfit that he had on. So here we go, take two.
Kind of think. I mean, what can I wear the first game, my first day out type of thing. So, I mean, it's a Louis fit. You know what they say about the Black Forces. I mean, it's go time.
My bad. I had the mic muted. So let me go back through these things. Sorry about that. We can beat the 49ers and Rams. We can beat these teams. 49ers only scored 10 points yesterday. Rams aren't scary good either. 4-2. I like it. Good comment. Why Big Jordan says glad to hear. And then Blinded Vegas 702. Great conversations and content. Always appreciate you much. Me and my wife need to get back out to Vegas. It's not my favorite spot. Not to say like it's not good. We got another place in Florida that we love to go to, but it was fun times out there. Expensive food though, man, like super expensive food. What do you think it's going to take to get this offense going? Baker Mayfield. Now I could say Ben McAdoo could do some things better, right? But it doesn't matter if Ben McAdoo does some things better if Baker Mayfield is still throwing under 50%. If Baker Mayfield cannot complete a pass over 5 yards. Baker Mayfield is a quarterback, and so quarterbacks in the NFL, they are the highest paid people at their position. Huge contracts. Guys getting paid near $50 million a year. Good wide receiver, he's lucky if he can get $20 million a year. It's a quarterback-driven league. So Baker Mayfield needs to get better. Now, how I can't go there. That's a quarterback's coach. I don't know what's in his head. I don't get to talk to him on that level. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to tell people on the outside like, "Hey, I'm having trouble with X, Y, Z." He's just going to say he needs to execute better. So it's going to take Baker Mayfield being able to connect with his wide receivers more, being able to be on target with his wide receivers. I know in New York, I asked him about a play because I was trying to get an understanding of. Did the receiver not run where Baker thought he was supposed to be, or did Baker throw the ball incorrectly? And in that one particular case, it was the receiver not being where Baker felt like he was supposed to be and do. That's just the one case I'm going to share with you. So it's just bottom line Baker getting it on the same page, receivers and quarterback, and being on target. If he improves on that, then I can evaluate these wide receivers a whole lot better. But I'm giving Chenault credit for what he did yesterday, but I'm not going to say he's like the savior because it was just a 1 yard catch that he ran and he didn't look particularly fast. Again, not saying he's slow, but that was a good fortunate play in my book. I need to see more in order to really get on his bandwagon in terms of saying like he is the savior. Crystal really think we go 4-2 with the Bucks, Cardinals, Rams. Okay, all right. A few more questions we're going to get on out here, Chris. If we do, it's not going to be because of Matt Rule's coaching, and that's him saying like earlier, this next 4 games that I feel like is a little tough. I feel like we have a good chance to do pretty good. I just feel like that's going to happen. I don't have any big philosophical reason why. I just feel like it's about to happen. If our receivers can't win against man coverage, offense will continue to look stagnant. I'm not seeing enough separation from our. Okay, Kenneth, I appreciate you giving me some more information about that. Now, here's what you got to do, though. You got to give the Saints corners some credit for being some pretty decent corners, some pretty solid corners to be able to do that. Not everybody has the personnel to say, hey, we're going to go man and we're going to do man a lot. What I didn't like about it, though, is Coach Rule saying that he knew that they weren't going to be able to go over the top much on this Saints team. I mean, that's what Robbie Anderson's for, right? I feel like even if you know that a team has a strength on maybe stopping your deep ball, you still put it down there a few times to see, to try to keep them a little bit more honest than just being pressed so much and jamming your receivers and not really giving them a chance to get some separation. Appreciate it. Very good comment there, Kenneth. Appreciate you. Chris, I'm surprised that Rule didn't tweet after the game like Joe Brady used to do. Yeah. I'm sure he said it to his team. Pretty sure he said that. Yeah, I was muted for a second, but I was quick. I'm only in Vegas because of work. Okay. Are you a casino cook? Man, that food is expensive out there, though, man. I know, what was our first meal in Vegas? I don't remember where. I wish my wife was close so I could ask her. I feel like we paid $50 for like a snack at lunch. It was not a big meal. And I was like, whoa, $50. It was a cool experience. I don't know if I'd do it again in terms of that, but we learned about the buffets out there. When do you see Darnold getting the start if Baker doesn't improve? I think week 6. What's up, Josh? So I don't see Sam getting the start right now with the way that Baker's playing. Baker's not doing something where I'm just really going to say turnovers. He's not turning the ball over, and he's not fumbling the ball anymore, and he's not getting the ball as batted down. He's just not connecting on his accuracy, which I feel like that's something that you can go to give a guy some time to continue to get together. But when a guy's doing turnovers, and again with Sam, it's like this feet thing and getting his feet settled when there's like, I don't feel like Baker gets rattled by what's going on. His play is just going to be what his play is. May good, may bad, but it's not because of what the defense is doing to him and the pressure's doing to him. I feel like with Sam, unquestionably, the pressure and things like that gets him rattled. So I don't see Sam coming out there unless Baker starts to be a turnover machine. Appreciate the question, Josh. Baker is what he is, Jimmy G-ish, better than Sam, never going to be Mahomes. Bam. That's it, but you can win with Baker for sure. You can certainly win with Baker. I really feel like he's going to get better. I'm not saying great. I'm not saying franchise quarterback, but I feel like he's just going to get better each week. Do you think his height and footing has an effect on his throwing mechanics? I don't go to look at quarterbacks that analytically, but I don't think his height is a challenge for the batted balls. I was talking with somebody about this today. Russell Wilson's not 6'5". Doug Flutie wasn't 6'5". A lot of these guys aren't super tall, and Baker's not short. I don't know where it's coming from. Like Baker's short. He's not the tallest, but there's so many guys in that locker room that are not as big as Baker Mayfield. I feel like he can succeed at his height. All right, we're going to run through these last few here. Panthers need to run and throw off play action. Can't expect Baker to win the game. Not convinced Baker is better than Darnold. Give it a few more games, Josh. I mean, I'll respect people that disagree with me. Why is Baker not better than Darnold? Great block from Robbie on that play. Appreciate you, Chad Howell. I don't think I've seen you on here too many times. Appreciate you, Chad, on coming in. Also, almost time for the game. Yeah, definitely got it. Oh, it's 1 minute before the game, so I'm definitely going to get out of here. Who's playing tonight? You guys may be laughing, but my life is busy. We got the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants. I want the Giants to win. I don't know if they're going to win, but I want the Giants to win. All right. As far as the food in Vegas being expensive, prepared everything in the house, nothing pre-made, all done the best agreed by professionals in Carolina. Yeah, like the restaurants in that sense. I'm not saying that part, but it was expensive. Appreciate you sending the love. Hey, everybody, appreciate you tuning in. It's game time. Monday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys are about to take on the New York Giants. I'm cheering for the Giants, so therefore we can say, well, at least we lost to teams that have winning records. We didn't lose to no scrubs, right? Appreciate you watching. Subscribe, like, share. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe. Talk to you later.